All right, today we're going to tackle a challenge that, let's be honest, many of us have faced: shopping in a foreign country. We're going to give you a complete toolkit, all the essential German vocabulary you need to go from just having an idea to actually making a purchase, and yeah, even handling a return with total confidence. Let's dive right in. You know that feeling, right? That moment you're standing in a shop in Germany and the only thing you can do is just point silently. Yeah, we've all been there. Well, the goal today is to change that. By the end of this, you're going to be swapping out that silence for some really confident German phrases. So, to make all of this super simple and easy to remember, we're going to follow a story. Think of it like this: we're going to trace a single customer's journey from the very beginning to the very end. And along the way, we'll pick up all the key vocabulary at each step. Okay, so where does any purchase actually begin? It starts with a spark, right? An idea. Long before you even think about stepping into a store, something has to grab your attention. So let's take a look at how that first little impulse gets started. First things first, let's meet our main character for this little adventure, der Kunde. That's the customer. And for the next few minutes, just imagine, this is you. You're the one with the need, the desire, and of course, the wallet. So what actually triggers this whole shopping impulse? Well, it could be a few things. Maybe it's die Werbung, a really clever ad you see on a billboard. Or maybe our customer decides to recherchieren, which means to do some research, like looking up reviews online for the best hiking boots. Or hey, it could be as simple as walking past a shop window and seeing something ansprechend, something really appealing that just fällt auf. It just stands out and catches your eye. All right, the decision has been made. Our Cunny grabs their keys and they're heading out the door. Now we're moving into the next phase, entering the actual store, which of course has its own set of must-know words. So where exactly are they going? It could be der Supermarkt to grab some groceries, or maybe die Drogerie, which is the drugstore for toiletries and things like that. Perhaps they're off to die Buchhandlung for a new book, or they might just be popping into a Laden. That's your general catch-all word for any kind of shop or store. Okay, now this is a really subtle but super important distinction you need to know. It's the difference between einkaufen and kaufen. So einkaufen is the whole activity of going shopping. You might say, I'm going shopping on Saturday. That's einkaufen. But kaufen is the specific action of buying something. So while you're out doing your einkaufen, you might kaufen a loaf of bread. Getting this right is one of those little things that will make you sound so much more like a native speaker. And success! Our customer spots the where, the goods or the product they were looking for. And even better, look at that. It's a Sonderangebot, a special offer. Now that's the kind of thing that makes any shopping trip feel like a total win. Okay, with a perfect item now in their basket, our customer is heading for the moment of truth, the checkout. This is it. This is where the deal gets sealed. And honestly, when you know the words, the process is incredibly simple. Check it out. First, you go to die Kasse, that's the checkout. Then you'll hear der Preis, the price. And finally, you bezahlen, you pay. That's it. 1, 2, 3 simple steps. But let's talk about describing that price. This is really key. Teuer is the easy one. That means expensive. Günstig means cheap, or you could say a favorable price. But honestly, my favorite word here is preiswert. It doesn't just mean cheap. It means it's worth the price. It's a good value for your money. And really, isn't that what we're all looking for? So how is our customer gonna pay? Well, you can definitely use your credit card, Your credit card. But here's a pro tip for Germany. Don't be surprised that Bargeld or cash is still king. Seriously, a lot of smaller shops, bakeries, and markets really prefer it. It's just a cultural thing. So it's always a good idea to have some euros on you. All right, the purchase is complete. Our customer is heading home happy with their new item. But the journey isn't always over at this point, is it? What happens if you get home and discover there's a problem? And here's the exact scenario. Our customer gets home, they open up the box, and oh no, they find a defect. The item is defective. It's a super frustrating moment for sure, but don't worry, there's a clear process for how to solve this. The absolute key to solving this whole problem is one very important word: die Garantie. That's the guarantee or the warranty. This is your protection as a customer. It's your right to have a product that actually works. So what's the plan? It's a two-step process. First, you need to reklamieren. This means to make a complaint or put in a claim under the warranty. Then, once you've done that, You simply ask them to umtauschen the item, which just means to exchange it. And right here, this is the exact phrase that will get the job done for you. It's polite, it's direct, it's perfectly clear. Ready? Ich möchte dies umtauschen bitte. I would like to exchange this, please. Seriously, burn this phrase into your memory. It's an incredibly powerful tool to have. And there you have it, the complete shopping journey, all the way from that first little spark of an idea to handling a return like an absolute pro. You are now officially equipped with the essential vocabulary to walk into German stores with confidence. So really, the only question left is, what are you going to buy on your next trip?